Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Bunny or Gun Bunny. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And today we're going to be talking about my range bag. Now, this video is somewhat inspired in concept by my good friend, I don't know, I'm a bit tired. So, my range bag, which this video in concept is partly inspired by my friend and fellow YouTuber slash gun enthusiast Deviant Olam, who is a I guess overqualified traveler. I don't know if that's really a sentence that makes sense, but who travels quite a bit. And I think they once said they fly about 100 times a year, which is a lot. But let's just say that they know what they're doing when it comes to travel. So made a video on what they have in their backpack for traveling and all the essentials. And I was like, oh, that's really well thought out. And it kind of reminded me of I kind of like to not overthink, but really think out what I'm bringing with me every day to make sure that I have everything I need or want. And so I've kind of done that with my range bag, but I definitely think that it could be a little bit more complete, or there's some items that I could add. And I thought I would make a video about what I do have and maybe get some suggestions on what I should add. So without further ado, let's get started. The bag. So let's get started with the bag itself. It is a small canvas bag. It's about half of the size of a normal backpack. It has cup holders, a front pouch, and then a big internal pouch. It's sturdy. It's simple. It doesn't have a lot of extra pizzazz going on for it. I bought it for like $20 online. It functions. It's great. I've never had issues with it. I don't care about getting it dirty. I can throw it around, whatever. I can put lead in it. It is also nicely sized, where I can just throw it in my bag, and if I'm having, without having to worry about having a big bulky thing in addition to my gun case or other possible items that I would need. Now, the first thing I have in my range bag is my iPro. This is possibly one of the most important things besides of going to the range, besides the firearms and the ammo, of course. I have two different types of iPro. They are both prescription lenses because I have pretty bad eyesight. I am nearsighted, so basically I can see things that are very close up, but then as things get farther and farther away, it gets harder for me to see, which, as you could probably assume, is not great for shooting. So both my iPro are prescription, and I actually really only use these for shooting, for driving, or if I'm going somewhere like the movies where I will need to see something far away. But I don't really use them in my daily life, and so they actually usually live in my range bag, unless I'm going out to drive, which I just haven't, as of filming this video, have not even taken my driver's road test, so not that often. It's actually soon. It's coming up, so hopefully I pass and I have a driver's license soon. I'm just excited. And in my daily life, it doesn't really come up besides going to the range. So these kind of live in my range bag. I have two pairs of iPro. One is just plain glasses, and the lenses are special impact-rated lens glass, or impact-rated material, so that if something happens, it won't just break, shards of glass into my eyes, which I can see being a problem. The other pair is my sunglasses. They're also impact rated, they're also prescription, but they have, sun-tinted lenses, which for me, especially shooting in sunny areas, can often be a problem with glare and actually being able to see things. I have an extra pair of lenses that came with these. These are Ray-Ban ones that I got super custom made because they have my special prescription, and I have two different prescriptions for my different eyes. Had them come, especially, impact rated. But I also got extra lenses, which are, they're also sunglasses, but they're polarized. So if I want to switch those out, I can. But I currently just have the plain black lenses in them right now. They're from Ray-Ban, and they were fucking expensive. I could have bought two handguns with the same amount of money. But this is life. Fucking hell. To be fair, they're not my normal everyday wear glasses, but they are definitely they are definitely great, and I really like them and feel very nice and comfortable in them. Next up is my ear pro. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you might know that I use in-ear molded ear pro, which actually have removable little tabs that can be replaced to make them Bluetooth ear pro, wireless Bluetooth ear pro. I lost them. On my way to my the Halloween competition I did, I had stopped at Cabela's and bought a pair of $8 like in-ear moldable ear pro because I can't for the life of me figure out how to use the foam ones that I can expand your ear. Yes, I know everyone's explained it to me. They just don't work with my ears. And over-ear pro gives me headaches. So that's what I've been using for the time being. They're fine. They're not great. Like they work. They work as ear pro, but they're not as comfortable or as convenient, or they're kind of hard to put into as the decibels ones. So I'm probably gonna go order some more decibels, but I might also try another brand, depending. Cost is always a big option for me, which is another reason why I like people are like, all these guns you have. Like I'm like, I own 3 guns. 2 of them I haven't even shown on the channel, but they're historical firearms that like are black powder. And one of them is my amazing competition gun. So I really don't own that many guns. Guns are fucking expensive, people. Oh, hi, Houdini. My kitty came in to say hi. So those are probably the most important things, protecting my eyes and also being able to see what I'm shooting, but also protecting my hearing. I also want to make a quick digression. I do not have any right here, but I want to say I always bring with me something to drink, so usually like a water bottle or iced tea. I also always bring a snack. I like get low blood sugar, and I also just think it's important. Usually like Uncrustables, something that can be wrapped up. I can eat without touching it because of lead. That doesn't require me to go wash my hands every time I want to take a bite. Again, Uncrustables is the only sponsorship I'll ever do. Now, speaking of sponsorships, I don't do sponsorships unless Uncrustables wants to sponsor me. I also do not use a YouTube's monetization function. I have been asked by YouTube twice now, which I'm kind of flattered by. But no, I have a Patreon. It starts at $5 and you get extra Gun Bunny content. I'd really appreciate if you want to support me there. Otherwise, I also have a P.O. box. I'm going to be making a gun list and an ammo list and a gear list as well. If people are like, oh, what type of shit are you looking for? Or just if you're curious. That's going to be up soon, probably not in this video. But I do that. I have social medias, which will be on screen now, and I post every Monday and Thursday. So if you want to watch more of my videos, come check out my channel then, or turn on that notification bell. Now let's get back to the video. Speaking of snacks, I'm gonna have a quick but yeah. So I always bring that a snack that is able to be lead-free when I consume it, as that's something that's important to me, and also something I learned at my last brutality competition, hosted by Sinistro Rifleman and InRange TV, who are amazing. Brutality, and the link will be here, and then the people who run it will be here somewhere. My little hey, look here, dance. Okay. Last time I think it was at Moonshine. No, it wasn't Moonshine. It was Woodland. It was Woodland Brutality, and we were talking about everyone at the end of the in my squad at the end of the day was so everyone was like, oh my god, I'm so hungry. Everyone's so exhausted and hangry, and I'm the only person who had been eating all day. And so I was like, I'm fine. I'm physically exhausted, muscularly, but I don't have low blood sugar. I'm not because I'm in the habit of someone who eats little things throughout the day rather than really focusing on 3 big meals, which tends to just work better with the way that my blood sugar works, which I thought was really funny that I was I'm the only buddy who is remotely alive at the end of this because I've been eating and hydrating more. So yeah, make sure to bring range snacks. Uncrustables are great, or something like that. That is you don't have to physically touch it. So next up in my range bag, I have a multi-tool knife that I bring, and I also just have this small pocket knife that I usually carry around me as just a utility knife. I find these really helpful, if not for, fixing something, opening items, packages, especially, if I'm wearing gloves. And that brings me to my next item, my gloves. It is fucking cold. It's New England. It's freezing. I'm cold. Everyone's cold. The guns are cold. I joke, but actually, what was it? Oh, wait, no, I'm forgetting the gun now. I was trying gun for the first time with my mentor. It's the crap. Okay, I forgot what the gun is called, but it was so cold that it just wouldn't run right because it was not designed. It's a German, like it's oh my god, I'm feeling so dumb. Anyway, I'll probably look it up and insert it after, but it just wasn't running right because it wasn't designed to function that well in cold weather. I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, you need to winterize your gun. Yeah, so these fingerless gloves I found are super easy to be worn, but they also let me have the dexterity that I need in the fingers to operate the gun, especially because I found that sometimes without grips, my ability to hold the gun like firmly is less, and I like to be able to actually feel the trigger, especially when there's a dingus, more sensitively, which I can't do through thicker gloves. So those are really essential to my range kit, as well as, I'm gonna just look at my bag because I'm forgetting what I have in here. As well as my boxing wraps. These are some things I will not always use, but when I do, they're pretty essential. I use them for wrist stabilization, as I've mentioned in plenty of videos. I have tiny wrists, I have joint issues. This can really, really just help me with wrist pain and stabilization. I'll wear them around the house sometimes. They're extremely helpful. They are basically just like kind of like easier wrist braces. And along the lines of making things easier, my Maglula, which is, if you don't know, is something that helps you load ammo in single stack mags, because the spring compression, and I like to call it the thumb saver, and which it truly is. This is mine. This is probably actually the first piece of kit this is the first piece of kit I ever bought. I owned this before I even owned my first gun. This doesn't work on PMags, which is for my what would stoner do, but it works on handguns that I use when I'm borrowing from my mentor, and hopefully I'll be able to buy my own handgun soon. I have like a list, but I have two that I'm gonna try to get faster. That I'm gonna try to get first, which is a carry gun, conceal. And next up, which is probably more important to me as a content creator and YouTuber than most people, unless you like filming your days at the range, is this mini tripod thingy that I have. It just holds my phone, which is what I film on. I can set it on the table at the range, and I don't have to faff with a big tripod at the range, which takes up space, but is also just kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, especially because it makes it harder to put on tables, and it takes, etc. I also will sometimes bring little mics, but I usually don't use them, as I found that the sound just sounds really weird because of the wind outside. So I keep that in this little pouch. I also have this tourniquet, which originally came from my World War II nurse LARP, but I now just carry in my range bag in case of emergencies. Now I'm going to get into things that I don't carry currently in my range bag, but I'm going to add in after a bit of thinking. So the first thing I'm going to start carrying is just this mini full little medical kit. That was a gift in my P.O. box, so thank you very much for that. I decided I wanted a little bit more extensive of a medical kit than just a tourniquet, especially as somebody who is a little clumsy. It's helpful just to have like extra, Band-Aids, disinfectant, etc., wound packing on hand. And you never know at, the range what's going to happen. You might get mauled by a bear. Even if you're just, hunting turkeys. Those turkeys are dangerous. That was a bad joke. And then last, I'm just going to start carrying is this paracord. This was something I originally had in my dungeon, but I decided to not use because it's not really helpful for... I am a big proponent of always having like rope on you. You never know when it can be helpful. Everything from apparently tying up my gun with it, which I did in a video previously, not with this rope, but with other rope, if you need an emergency sling, to making emergency shelters just in case, or even just fixing fashion emergencies. Like if your clothes break and you just need to tie them onto your body better, or if you just have bondage emergencies and you really need to do some bondage. Or if you just have bondage emergencies, that can be, you never know what's going to happen at the range. There might be a BDSM emergency. Huh? And on that note, I'm going to finish this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video, a little bit of background on what I actually bring in my range kit. And if you have any suggestions of stuff I should add, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below, or just send it to my P.O. box, which is probably the best way to get me to add something to my range bag. Especially when I'm saving up for very expensive guns. And then holsters. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Bye!